everybody for coming out. We have a few people here, I might expect so many, but they're from up chairs, which is pretty cool. I'm going to just pass the book around. We can read one chapter each. I don't have to say anything in order to read the book. I'm not going to talk too much about the story of the actual Eagles, because you probably know the story. How many of you are Eagles fans, by the way? How many own more than one Eagles album? So only one of us doesn't like Eagles. Stand there. There are other books out on the Eagles which are pretty heavy text, dense. Some of them are kind of, how should we say, dig a little deep into the personal lives of the band, and that wasn't what this book was about. We weren't interested in the salacious or the gossip. I actually wrote the book in about 3 to 4 months, starting about this time last year through Christmas, which my wife there will tell you was not the best time to write a book. She was an Eagles widow last Christmas. So thank you for putting up with me. I want to talk about this book. It's what I call a coffee table book. Now, if you just look real quick, some of the pictures in here are beautiful. The layout's beautiful. It smells great. It smells like a book. Now, I say this because we live in this digital age, the Kindle age. You're going to put that in a Kindle? I don't think so. So, long live the book. Thank you. Anyone got questions? I am available to answer them. Brady?
Are you bigger and better now?
Yes. I
Okay.
believe I am. I'm definitely bigger. Around the waist.
Right.
What about yourself?
Yeah.
What kind of access did you have from the band, and how did they feel about this?
Well, that's a good question. I didn't get stopped by the band from writing the book. We approached them. I said, we're going to do this book. We want to do this book. Would you like to be involved? And they said, no, we're about to go on tour. We're too busy. But go ahead. There's a girl in Kentucky who runs the fan club and knows more about the Eagles than any of the Eagles do. And she read it to make sure there was nothing inappropriate or inaccurate in it, which they might not like. So we were careful not to offend anybody. As I said, it was designed as a celebration, not as a dirt digging exercise. That's all we've done before. I wasn't really interested in that. Not for this book anyway. I'm a music journalist by trade. I've been writing about music for 20 years. I started when I was in school. Junior school. I started young. But I've interviewed a lot of people around here. A lot of people who I focused on folk music, country music, kind of acoustic singer-songwriting, kind of rootsy country music. So I interviewed a lot of people around the Eagles over the years. So I had a picture in my head, and I went back to certain people who had been involved with them directly and talked to them about it. My favourite moment from the book, I talked to a guy called John Boylan. John Boylan was a New York record producer who moved to LA to work with Rick Nelson. And he actually put the Eagles together to be a backing band for Linda Ronstadt. And I sent him my chapter on the early days. I said, did I get the tone right, what it was like in LA? Because I wasn't there. He said, pretty good. Pretty good. So I was really proud of that someone who was there and lived it from a really integral point of view was able to say, I got the tone right, I got the picture right, LA was like that. So I was really pleased with that. And so meeting and talking to people like that was really, really interesting.
Who was your favorite Eagle?
My favorite Eagle? Willie Leggett.
Nice.
Who's in Franklin? Yes.
How long did it take you to write the book?
3 days. It took, I bet it took 100 days. How's that many weeks?
I don't know.
Figure it out, Liam. I know you can. Anyone else?
What inspired you to choose this?
Eagles?
Yeah.
Well, I was asked if I would do it. That's the quick answer. But I did it because I was actually interested in the Eagles. I'd never been their number one fan. I'd always heard a lot about them. Everyone you interview in the kind of music I was involved in always talks about the Eagles at some point. They had a huge influence on other artists. So I was kind of intrigued about their story. So when I got the chance to do it, and I did some research, I thought, yeah, it's really interesting. Because you have to be interested in the writing, but if you're not, it's a lot of tedious hard work. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I've written.
I didn't have any comments for you after you read it.
No.
He's generally
Should I take it as a
cranky.
huge compliment? Am I right, Brady?
Definitely.
Tell us about it.
What?
About Henry.
No. Great guy, love him. In the 90s, when country music was really booming, I think a lot of the groups, a lot of the artists were looking back to the Eagles to see if they could get that sound. There was a band in the 90s called the Texas, and the lead singers, Greg Seals, was the singer back then with them, standing right there. I think it's fair to say, Brady, that the
No
Eagles
question.
were a huge influence on the 90s.
Yeah, no
band.
question.
It's not right, is it? I knew it. Thanks, Brady.
Farewell tour, yes.
Yeah, 'cause, you know.
Which one is this?
When you, no.
Because they
I got an
number
answer.
them.
I got an answer for this.
They're numbering them because they don't know if it's going to, they'll have another one.
They're having a southern farewell. I've noticed when I moved to the south that farewells take as long as the whole evening. So they're just doing their version of that. Okay, well, thanks everybody for coming out.
Thank you.
Now go buy the book. Nobody cares. No, he's not.
Just in, just make sure you leave it on the president. Yeah, you guys are in charge. But what?
We need to go up front and pay for them, right, and bring them back.
We're just going to have fun.
No, I think you can just get one. You take it to the front when it's signed.
Oh, yeah. Supporting your husband. She said, go ahead.
When are we gonna go see another movie? No, we did. Well, I've done it.
That's what you
I'm just
think.
the wife.
That's what you
No,
think.
you're the
We'll speak soon.
Siempre. That's right. Amén. Thank you for coming.
You're welcome. I brought my crew.
Oh, awesome.
Joshua and Molly are mine.
Hi, nice to
I thought you were a musician.
No, these are my
musicians.
two youngest
Trust me, you don't want to hear me sing.
And this is my niece, and this is Ben.
Hey, Eva. How are you?
Oh my gosh, you got 4 books.
We got gifts. We got gifts. Great to see you.
Oh, yes. Country Hall of Fame, right?
Well, it was the Bluegrass
Bluegrass Hall of Fame.
But it was at the Ryman that night, and so we've been all stressed
yeah.
out for a week
Well,
prior to it. So
congratulations.
it went really well, thank you. How you guys doing?
Oh, by the way, this is the first time I
Thanks, Mike. She's pretty creative. You want to take one of these?
Yes.
Put your homework.
So it's like wicked late. But it's, I think we'll do it over the spring.
Just read the book.
Andrew's done reading the
I just
book.
read the book,
I spent the whole
so-
time reading it.
Oh,
It's done.
it's good. No, it's actually really good.